Hi guys, JT here, and today I'm bringing you some information on 10 games in Fanatical's Adrenaline Bundle of April 2026. To help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle and support the channel in the process. Before I begin, I'd like to thank you the viewers for watching my videos. I hope they're helpful, and most importantly, knowing that you're watching it means the world. Anyway, let's get into this. At number 1 we have Hyper Demon. Hyper Demon thrusts you into a surreal first-person shooter experience where reality bends and breaks as you chase high scores by annihilating ethereal beasts. This game ditches narrative for pure adrenaline-pumping action. From the moment you enter its menu, pulsing with electronic beats and swirling colors, Hyper Demon sets a relentless pace. Each run begins with a calm moment, surrounded by birds, before plunging you into chaotic battles against undead specters and colossal monsters. Unlike its predecessor, survival is not the goal here. It's about swift, calculated destruction. Your arsenal, expanded from devil daggers, includes daggers, machine guns, shotguns, and devastating laser beams, fueled by collected power-ups. Mastery demands precise control and strategic use of abilities, like aerial blasts and dodges. Learning to manipulate enemies becomes crucial, turning them into stepping stones toward godlike dominance. Visually and orally, Hyper Demon is a mesmerizing whirlwind of color and sound, initially overwhelming, but rewarding to unravel. Replayability is high, with each run offering new challenges and insights, supported by a seamless replay feature. Ultimately, Hyper Demon isn't just about surviving, it's about mesmerizing chaos, transcending boundaries and achieving euphoric moments of unstoppable power. Whether you're new to score-chasing shooters or a seasoned pro, Sorath Creation promises an intense, addictive journey into the abyss. At number 2 we have Hammerwatch II, an action RPG that expands on its predecessor, placing you in a vast open world where you join King Roland's resistance against a tyrannical ruler. You'll pick from 5 classes, level up, and battle hordes of enemies solo or in 4-player co-op. The combat is the heart of Hammerwatch II. Every class feels viable, though melee characters struggle more than ranged ones. You will unlock abilities and passive skills, upgrading your character through a rewarding progression system. The fast-paced hack-and-slash action keeps things engaging, with a solid variety of enemies and satisfying boss fights. Gold plays a major role, serving as currency for upgrades and a penalty for deaths. Earning it through battles, quests, and dungeon exploration adds depth, and the ability to respec ensures you can experiment with different builds. However, the game's biggest flaw is its world traversal and quest design. Objectives are often vague, forcing you to wander aimlessly. This becomes especially frustrating in maze-like areas such as the ruins of Malgar, where unclear progression turns exploration into a tedious guessing game. Even purchasing shortcuts with gold does not fully resolve this issue. Hammerwatch II delivers solid combat and character progression, but stumbles with its frustrating navigation and lack of direction. The experience improves significantly in co-op, but solo players may find its flaws too difficult to overlook. If you enjoy hack-and-slash RPGs, this might be worth a shot. Just be sure to bring a friend. At number 3 we have StormEdge, a pixel-perfect roguelite where you control one of 5 powerful mages in a fast-paced quest to stop chaotic elemental storms. If you're a fan of quick action combo-heavy combat and satisfying dodge mechanics, this game is going to hook you fast. Each character plays wildly different, and experimenting with magic schools and relic builds keeps every run feeling fresh. You'll dive into beautifully animated pixel environments that somehow still stay readable, even during the most hectic effects-packed moments. The combo system rewards precision and creativity, while perfect dodges can turn the tide of battle in spectacular fashion. You're pushed to play aggressively thanks to timed loot chests and a rechargeable elixir system, which gives you just enough of a safety net to stay bold. Between acts, you hang out at your camp, a quiet spot to switch characters, upgrade abilities, and train, though it is mostly functional and could have used more personality. Co-op is a welcome feature too, letting a friend jump in at any time to share the chaos. Still, the game is not without its flaws. You might get frustrated by some bosses, especially the snow one with its freeze gimmick, and Ulrich, being the only character to speak in cutscenes, feels like a missed opportunity. But overall, StormEdge balances challenge, depth, and flair. If you enjoy roguelites like Dead Cells or Hades, you'll find something to love here. It might not break the genre, but StormEdge still hits with magic and momentum. And number 4, we have The Darkest Tales, a 2.5D action platformer that casts you as Teddy, a disgruntled stuffed bear venturing into fractured nightmares of his owner, Alicia. Accompanied by a cynical fairy, you must navigate twisted versions of classic folk stories. The game's greatest strength lies in its striking watercolor aesthetic, which brings a macabre storybook charm to environments ranging from the beanstalk to the deep sea. Combat is equally engaging, providing you with a creative arsenal starting with dual-wielding scissor blades. You eventually unlock axes, bows, and harpoons, each offering unique tactical advantages. These weapons, paired with a rewarding skill tree and ability orbs, ensure that battling zombie gingerbread men stays fresh. The sound design complements this beautifully, featuring a stellar vocal performance by Young Ye and a soundtrack that balances whimsy with dread. However, your journey is frequently hampered by technical frustrations. While the combat feels responsive, the platforming is often imprecise and unfair. The double jump mechanic is notoriously unreliable, requiring you to wait until the apex of a jump to trigger, which feels counterintuitive during intense sequences. Furthermore, you'll encounter jarring difficulty spikes, particularly during boss fights like Peter Pan, which pivot into chaotic bullet hell encounters. The Darkest Tale is a blend of brilliant atmosphere and mechanical inconsistency. You'll likely adore its imaginative world and satisfying combat variety, but the clunky traversal and frustrating controls prevent it from reaching its full potential. It is an evocative dark adventure that remains both enchanting and deeply infuriating. And number 5, we have Gungrave G.O.R.E Complete Bundle. A stylish and messy action game that delivers a fun experience reminiscent of old school action games. The game takes place after the events of the previous games in the Gungrave franchise, if you have been following it. The game follows the stoic protagonist, Graves, as he kicks ass in various arcadey levels, ranging from bunkers to city streets. The gameplay revolves around controlling Graves and engaging in constant combat. You can use Graves' dual pistols and his coffin, which serves as both a melee weapon and a source of powerful super abilities. The game features an automatic aim system that locks onto nearby enemies, and you can perform diving and dodging maneuvers while shooting, adding to the engaging gameplay. Gungrave G.O.R.E maintains a constant tension throughout, keeping you engaged with its fast-paced action. The levels are straightforward, typically lasting around 10 minutes, and the game features markers to guide you. While more variety in enemy types and models would have been appreciated, the boss battles provide exciting challenges. However, some stages might feel forgettable, and there are occasional technical issues, such as checkpoint glitches. Visually, Gungrave G.O.R.E has detailed character models, but there are instances where elements may feel cheap. The game carries a 2002 mentality, which can be seen as both a positive and a negative, depending on your preferences. Approach Gungrave G.O.R.E with an open mind, and the expectation of enjoying an old-school action game. While it may have some technical concerns and mixed reactions, once you get into the flow of the gameplay and don't think too much about it, it offers a lot of fun. The complete bundle includes additional playable characters and character skins. And number 6, we have Sniper Elite V2 Remastered, a revamped version of the 2012 stealth shooter, aiming to bring modern polish to a World War II classic. You get updated visuals, smoother performance, and all the DLC packed in, giving you plenty of missions to snipe through. The upgraded graphics are decent, with better lighting and added effects like God rays and dynamic shadows, but some textures still look stuck in the past. Controls remain clunky, and while the game runs at 60 FPS, it is not immune to crashes and bugs. Sound design is still the MVP. You'll time your shots with distant cannon blasts or ambient noise, using sound as a weapon just as much as your rifle. Every suppressed shot or bone-shattering kill cam still hits hard. Missions are short and sweet, usually 15 to 20 minutes, but pacing stays tight and the sandbox approach rewards creativity. Multiplayer is fun when lobbies are stable, but netcode issues can tank the experience. Still, the remaster keeps the heart of Sniper Elite V2 intact, sneaking through war-torn streets, lining up impossible shots, and pulling off satisfying kills from across the map. Kill Tally mode adds replay value, letting you hold out against waves of enemies. What about the story? It is bare bones at best. You're an American sniper in the final days of World War II, tasked with hunting Nazi scientists before the Soviets get them. That's about it. The narrative is mostly just a reason to get you from one mission to the next, and the cutscenes are short and forgettable. If you're returning for nostalgia or checking it out for the first time, you'll find plenty to like here, as long as you're cool with some jank. It is not a full remake, but it's a solid upgrade for sniping fans who want a modern refresh of a gritty classic. At number 7 we have Xmas Apocalypse, a festive horde survival third-person shooter that puts you in the boots of Santa Claus on a gore-filled Christmas Eve. After your sleigh crashes into zombie-infested lands, you must gun down waves of undead and depraved creatures to save the holiday. This title blends roguelike meta progression with intense bullet hell action across quick 10 to 20 minute sessions. You'll find yourself navigating a deck-based upgrade system to enhance your firepower. Whether you're equipping a shotgun with incendiary bullets or electrocuting enemies, the goal is to discover the most destructive combinations. Between runs, you use earned coins to unlock permanent stat boosts and new skills on a sprawling Christmas skill tree. While the concept is undeniably goofy and fun, your experience may be tempered by some technical inconsistencies. Some players report buggy UI elements and finicky controller support that might require you to switch back to your keyboard. The heavy metal soundtrack, while festive, can feel repetitive during longer play sessions. However, the developer remains remarkably active, providing free annual updates that add new weapons like the minigun, fresh characters like Mary, and extra boss encounters. If you enjoy the Survivors-like formula but want a literal holiday twist, this game delivers a purity that is hard not to admire. It might not be a visual masterpiece, but for a low price of a bundle, it offers an addictive one more go loop that is perfect for burning off holiday stress, or the lack of. Just watch out for that gift-stealing bird. At number 8 we have Afterimage, a magical Metroidvania, emerges as a strong title in its genre, offering a captivating 30-hour experience. As you guide Rennie, an amnesiac woman, and her floating companion Ifri through the lands of Engarden, the anime-inspired narrative begins modestly, but evolves into a compelling journey of self-discovery and environmental exploration. The game's hand-drawn anime-inspired art style brings Engarden to life, with vibrant colors portraying both thriving nature and desolation. The narrative delves into themes of selfish desires, faith, and breaking cycles of violence, providing a rich backdrop to the Metroidvania experience. The environmental storytelling adds depth to each area, enhancing the overall narrative. Afterimage's strength lies in its open-ended sections, requiring careful exploration to unveil the vast setting. Traversal upgrades, like double jumping and underwater navigation, feel satisfying and seamlessly integrate into Rennie's controls. While some platforming quirks exist, the game's precise controls and well-placed respawn points make challenges both enjoyable and manageable. Combat in Afterimage is equally satisfying, offering various weapon types with distinct advantages. The introduction of magic adds a ranged dimension, though its viability compared to weapons may vary. Boss fights are plentiful and challenging, with interesting patterns to memorize. However, the balance can be disrupted by the player's exploration choices, leading to encounters that feel either too easy or overly challenging. Despite some exploits and quirks, Afterimage remains a magical gem for Metroidvania enthusiasts, offering a core experience that engages with its rich world, satisfying combat, and exhilarating platforming. At number 9 we have POSTAL, Brain Damaged, a semi-retro style first-person shooter game. The plot is quite simple. The postal dude has brain damaged and you fight the disturbing things that are in his mind. This game harks back to classic FPS games like Doom and Quake, but instead of going full-on pixelated graphics, it goes for the more early PlayStation 2 graphics. This game features 3 episodes with 5 levels per episode, and each level has been designed meticulously with plenty of secrets to find and a ton of enemies to kill. You'll have access to 10 weapons that are all very unique to this game, like a gun that shoots urine, a shotgun that can also act as a grappling gun, or even a shovel that is also a chainsaw, among others. Most importantly, they're all really meaty and very fun to use to turn your enemies into a pile of red jello. Enemies in this game are varied too, and a lot of them either pay tribute to old Doom games with a funny spin, or even meme characters from our world like Karens. In fact, there's a Karen that serves as a boss fight. Gunplay is really fast and it can get quite challenging, especially on higher difficulties. So if you like a retro fast-paced shooter, then this is a game for you. At number 10 we have G.O.R.E 2, a rhythm-based rail shooter where you glide along neon tracks, blast alien foes, and sync your movements to a Monster Cat soundtrack. As the sequel to 2017's G.O.R.E, it promises upgrades across the board, but your mileage may vary depending on what you're looking for. The line riding mechanic is the absolute highlight. Tracing glowing paths to the beat feels smooth, satisfying, and visually slick. It is one of those mechanics you'll want to master, especially with a co-op partner. Hitting those curves perfectly is pure rhythm game bliss, and the polish really shows here. Unfortunately, the shooting doesn't quite keep pace. Your rockets and bullets often feel ineffective, with hits not registering cleanly and enemies disintegrating in underwhelming fashion. Instead of amplifying the rhythm experience, combat can feel like a half-baked add-on. On top of that, visuals are inconsistent. Some stages pop with color, while others are just barren caves or recycle assets that don't match the game's energy. Replay value is also questionable. Weekly and monthly challenges sound great, but with fewer than 20 tracks, you'll burn through content fast. Unless you really enjoy hunting secrets, often hidden in split-second windows, you may not feel compelled to grind. The playlist itself is another mixed bag, with only a handful of standout songs carrying the experience. In a bundle, Aero 2 isn't a bad ride. If you love rhythm games or Monster Cat, you'll get some fun out of it. But for everyone else, it's more of a solid warm-up act than main stage headliner. And that's all for this bundle. This bundle is a massive win for your Steam library, scoring bangers like Postal Brain Damaged and Afterimage for essentially pocket change is an absolute steal. While some titles like Hammerwatch II receive mixed reviews, the top tier boomer shooters and Metroidvanias more than carry the weight. If you're looking to clear your backlog of high-octane action without nuking your wallet, grab this loot before it despawns. In any case, hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider buying the channel a coffee. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.